Alright, I'm a little late with this, but I'm still gonna do it. Um, Today, we're gonna go over March 11th, 2025 price action. Um, I'll put a video instead. I took one trade today, so I'll put a video instead. I just made it. Alright, so, um, with this out the way, that'll be very helpful. Alright, so the market opens up. We're like in the middle of nowhere. Well, basically, we had settlement price where price closed yesterday on the 10th. I'm looking for price to come up and reject this area. It's a bit of an unknown resistance, but it's an area where prices look like it resisted. Got some buying here that failed slightly on the 5 minute. Nice little sell off right here. So looking for price to come up and reject. This is the 15 minute. There's level here on the 15 minute, level here on the 15 minute. I think I just added that. We do have news coming out at 10 o'clock. We have the JOLTS report. Alright, so now we can see that NQ moved up very strongly into this towards this unknown resistance area. ES on the other hand is struggling to get above. Just holding this ground right below it. I have this level right here. As you can see, we have it in the same spot for ES and NQ. I think I may have it on VIX as well, but this is what we can see here on the 15 minute. And also we can see that when price got below it, ES came back into it, pushed back down for about a good 30 points. NQ did the same thing, came back up, hit it very nicely, and pushed back down for about 80 points. All right, about almost 100. So about almost 100 points, 80 points. So this would have been a nice little trade right around here, entering right around there at that 18, and sticking it down for about, I guess, about 18 points. Alright, so that would have been a nice little trade pre-market if we've seen stuff like that. If we've seen it and I was aware. Um, and it would have been a nice oh yeah, it would have been a nice drop down, back, and then continuation retest. Boom. And then down, right? Um, this would probably felt too early. This probably also feels too early, but we do linger off a little bit. You can see that like here. We push down. So yeah, maybe this would have been the trade. Right, enter here, stop loss a little bit above. Because we have a nice long body. Came back retest. But I would have been looking for a 5 minute close. So this one would have probably been the trade. Depending on where it closes. Either here or there would have been more preferred and above. Right? That would have been a more preferred trade. This long wick back here means that maybe there's still more there. As you can see, we did go back and retest to say, hey, is there more there? To see if we can move lower. All right, so we got strong buying on both with absorption on both. Right. Typically, I'd prefer to go here and see this and want to get an entry long. Right, strong buying, push up, came back down, but I would have to enter right on here, stop loss there, write it up. But I just did not like how NQ was to even consider this, so I stayed out of it. Probably would have been a short trade. All right, so now here we go. Here we have oh yeah, I didn't get into it because we had that that this is like a long. I think this is probably a red candle on the 15-minute chart for selling. So you can see that price round out here, kind of like that. See price breaking out. I see NQ right here, but NQ is not giving me any signs of anything interesting. we finally get a nice selling candle on both ES and NQ, saying, hey, sellers, one step in. All right, we have news in 2 minutes. All right, so this is gonna be news right now. So I like what I see. I say, damn, I want to go short, but my stop loss would be up here. But this is like almost a over 20-point stop loss. So I need to see what NQ. I need to see what buyers or sellers try to do. I would love to go short up here. I do have a lot of runway below, and we'll see. So I said I just wait to see what price does. So price hammers up for it. I said, oh, maybe I was on the wrong side, but we're still holding all of this. We're still holding that. We're still holding this right here, right? This is one of our main guy, and we're holding this area here. Sellers are stepping in. All right, I like what I'm seeing here. If this can finish red, I want to enter. So I enter. Stop loss is a bit wide. It's about 20 points. Right, even though I didn't want to enter here for 20 points, but this one felt more confirmed. Okay, it's about 20 points. I want to run it all the way straight down if sellers are that serious about really controlling price. I think ES, NQ, and VIX all gave the same format, the green and red, right? And then for VIX, it'd be the red and green. All right, and all at, I believe, the same level. So now I got my stop loss, everything set. All right, since we moved, this is my new stop loss, I believe. I'm going to adjust this down because I would have probably exit right above here. All right, so about 10 points would have been my exit. Price would started going out. I gotta just exit this trade. I'm not gonna hold it and let it reverse on me. My goal was to cut out right down there at this price. So right now I'm up over entry 5, I don't know, 618.75. I think that's what the entry was, or close to it. 561850. All right, entry 561850. All right, 561850. And you can see, and then right now price has gone as low as 5580 point minus 5580.5. So 38 points. All right, we do. I think we'd go a little further than that. Yeah, so 38. Whoa. Sheesh. So 5, 7. Okay, that's it. Okay. 5618.50 minus 5577.75, right? And I'm trying to get out kind of like 74. So price is up 40.75 points. All right. So I was trying to get price to get down to here for my full exit. So we're up 40.75 points. All right. 80. Yeah. All right. All right. So, but since we're so close, right, I'm not gonna let price come all the way back out to my stop loss. I move it here because I'm like, yo, I'm close to exiting. No point in really staying this price in this trade for long. I didn't even realize that when we broke below that we had this black cloud. Let's go back to see if we had that black cloud. I can't tell. That black cloud. Yeah, we did. So we have the black cloud forming. So now we do want to sell, but we don't have it for NQ. All right, so price broke down, and I said, okay, I'm gonna keep my stop loss at 96. I think I had it at 94. The micros hit it before the minis did. So the micros hit 94. The minis were like at 90 still, and they hit it before the minis did. So and again stopped out. So 23.75 points. Yes, I did leave. I left about 16 points on the table, which would have been still a lot, but uh, after my correct adjustment of where I probably would have exited, I'm a little bit over 2 to 1. This was close to 4 to 1. This would have been a lovely trade right there, with the 40.75 times 5, right? Would have been that. I ended up getting about half of that. I'm still pretty happy because this is like I said, over that 2 to 1. Um, and then that was basically it for me for today. I don't know. I just felt drained. I thought about re-entering right when price came back and retested this level. Boom. You see it right about there, right here. Thought about re-entering right here. Top loss right above, and still aiming for that level down there. Um, right, and we did hit it, right? So that re-enter at around 5,600 down for those points would have been nice. I think this was over 2 to 1. As you can see here, I realized that ES, NQ, and VIX, I believe, hit the same level. Nice little push off, nice continuation lower, nice back, and then back below the EMAs, and then just taking it down. Right, this would have been a nice trade. Nice stoppage there. Um, then we have this here, right? This is another trade. I see the RSI is building. I said, oh, this would be a nice buy reversal if buyers could step in and show signs of buying. By the way, we were showing signs of selling for the most part. If we go back on all of that, we had um, selling here for the most part, and then right at entry, right, sellers don't know what was going on, but sellers were present. A little bit of buying here. Sellers were still present, right? So sellers were in control for the most part. Here, buyers did want to step in a lot. There, right there, right. We can see that. Well, sellers look like they're back in control. We can see that here, this entire area, sellers are still like, yo, we not letting this go. All right, sellers right here trying to step in. Right, sellers are in control. All right, so that would have been a nice entry. Brain, remember that. All right, so price goes down. So here we have absorption. Price pushes up. Boom. Right. Buyers are stepping in. Price pushes up. All right. Now buyers are interested. Right. RSIs above the RSIs. EMA switching, making a low. Right. So now we have a low. Boom. All right. So we'd like to see price come back towards these lows and retest. NQ hit prior day low. ES hit prior day low. NQ hit initial balance low. ES hit initial balance low. They both are holding it now. We create a double. We create a higher low. Created a higher low and moved up. I would like to see price come back down after it accepted that, hey, buyers are interested. Come back down and then move up. All that I'm looking for, right? I didn't trade this. After I took this trade, I walked away to clear my head. I did come back, I believe, to check this out. All right, so just need buyers to see. You got sellers still coming in. Sellers are coming in, and then let's see what a reversal comes in at right about there. Yeah, that could have been an entry. We're gonna wait for this to turn into 5 minutes. All right, this could have been a potential entry. We're not fully above the the EMAs and QS. So just wait. All right, let's wait till price gets above it. 5-minute entries seem so much better. This 1-minute entry, just I entered because of that, but 5-minute entries makes more sense for me still. All right, here we go. All right, so let's go back. Damn. Seven, 6, 5, 4. All right, so we're closing out an absorption. Boom, like a selling absorption, right? Not above the EMAs. So can I enter here? Maybe, right? We're not below it, so maybe I could enter here, right? I don't have an RSI here. I don't have anything here complementing the VIX. I mean the ES. Nothing. So that's why I didn't mark this one. If this one had at least one of these RSIs, I would have marked this one right away and get ready for an entry. That's why I didn't mark this. I remember that, right? But I think that was the entry right here. As you can see, price pushes up nicely. And I think after that, it was just a pure reversal. So I could have entered down here when price hit this. I can't enter here. Price is now gone. There's no point of entering. I'm gonna just jump forward to see if there's any pullback. Yeah, there's no point of entering. Maybe this pullback right here. Look for an entry, perhaps. But I needed to at least price to come back and retest this, which it does. Boom, came back and retested that area, aiming for this here. Still, because we never broke it. No, probably even up to the red. Knowing me, right? So, but price comes up to this level. They all hit it, and I think this is where we get our reversal now. And boom, we sell off, right? Now, we got the RSIs. I would have been looking for longs, but we're now at 12:15, and NQ is starting to show signs of wanting to be long, but I still don't have anything here to say, hey, I'm interested. Buying is not really the greatest here, and I don't truly trust it, right? So, but and then there's no buying down here. So, but price does try to buy. Yeah, price does try to buy. It doesn't hold for too long. Price drops, and then after that, I am not at the computer anymore. I'm basically done. So now let's just see what price does on its own. So now we have this new RSI down here. Price moves up. Okay, so how could we trade this? So now we see buyers are stepping in. All right, buyers are stepping in. So a potential trade might be in the works. I like this buying. I like to see price push up higher and come back and retest its buying. Now, might even be cool with this kind of holding, but stop loss would have to be way down here. All right, let's see. Let's take a mock trade, perhaps. All right, let's pause and think about it, since we can think. All right, don't see signs of buying. I see buying, 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 buying. Heat map is buying. We're holding here. All right, we're up above. Right, I'm not gonna put a stop loss this close. It's too tight. Stop loss needs to be down here. That's to about 20 points. So let's say that we have a stop loss down here, right? Not below here, but down here. Would I be okay with that? NQ is way up here. NQ, this here was the recap of the pullback to move higher, right back above the low. This one probably would have been a better entry, way back over here. We got a nice push. We broke a trend line. We broke the trend line. So this would have been the entry. Entry right now is late. Boom, bam, bam. Not really should be entering here. I'm not interested. Let it go. Even if price likely to go, let it go. Let's jump forward. Price does go. Right? Price goes. but this would have been the best entry. We had a trend line. Price breaks it, come back, hold it, and push up. That would have been a nice trend line. Reversal. Yeah, that would have been an entry. Buy, held that area, and pushed up. No, right that bad boy to sunrise. Buyers that are stepping in. Now we're at that unknown resistance area. Broke all the way above it. No sellers yet. No sellers yet. No sellers yet. Okay, we are calling towards the end of the day. Maybe start looking for sellers from this here. Okay, boom, we did have sellers. Let's go back. All right. All right. So here's the thing. All right. So now we have RSI's up here at the top. RSI's right here at the top. RSI's up here at the top. Boom. Okay. So now we can either mark the 5-minute RSI's or the 1-minute RSI's. Doesn't matter. Probably the 1-minute might be too steep. I may mark the 5-minute. We do push down. I don't see any sellers yet, but we do have a top. We're moving higher, so maybe we'll hold. Price does push down. This look like it's still in play. So I would think that, hey, maybe longs are still desired here. Right? I don't know what the higher time frame is showing, but it look like longs are still desired here. All right. But I'll still mark this because, well, we got a top. Boom. Okay. Oh, yellow candle. Yellow candle. Okay. We absorbed below it. All right, so let's see what price does. Can price get below these EMAs? That's all we're looking for. Can price get below these EMAs? Holding. Oh, got a push. Boom. All right, price closed below the EMAs. Did we get selling here? Not really, but we are below the EMAs. Price stop loss would be here. We have a double top. I don't know what the upper candles are showing me, but we have buying, buying, buying. I'm not interested in this. This can go fuck itself. All right, I gotta be real. Right, it's this sellers did not stepping in any of the higher time frames yet. Not volume wise. You can go fuck itself. I'll wait for another pullback. Right, even if it works, I have to wait for another pullback. Wait for a pullback retest. Okay, we got black shadows. I like it. We wait. All right, look like we're getting a pullback now. We're at 21, 22, 23, 23. 24. Oh. Oh. Alright, 25. Alright, so we got selling. Bam. Alright. 604. Sheesh. Feels far as heck. But this would have been an entry if it was tighter. Stop loss above. Pretty much it. Alright, but that would have been the entry, stop loss above. So if I did decide to stretch this right here, that would be the entry. Let's jump forward. All right, now we're getting a better one. I like this. Pull back right here a little bit. Boom. All right, this entry I can dig. We got selling now. Perfect entry right there. All right, 56.11. Boom. Stop loss right above here. Bam. I'm not gonna put it this tight. This one just seems like a better stop loss. All right, so that's my entry. All right, hopefully price doesn't go back up to it. All right, we still have a lot of buying, but we had a little selling here, selling there. So environment look like it's shifting. We got selling down here on the heat map, right? As long as the environment don't shift. Oh, we didn't close. Oh, you thought you closed. Let's go back. Let's double check. Yeah, we did close. Boom. Right. See, price did move up a little higher, so that would have pissed me off. Stop loss does need to be here. Bam. We do get another sell-off here. This looks a little better, right? Like a little stronger. Stop loss would have been right up there. All right, so let's try to write this bad boy down. We got selling here, selling's popping up, selling right here. All right, let's try to write this bad boy back down. We're holding. We never got above the thing here. We're back to that 15-minute level, just right here. This was my stop loss from earlier. That doesn't count. So let's write this bad boy down. Let's see, can we write it down? Can we write it down? Let's try to write it down back to at least the buying right here. All right, we do this to get below VWAP. Stop loss is if I didn't add to the trade, because my stop loss would not have been there. All right, we're getting a little nervous. Price is not dropping as I wanted to, and we're already at our second candle, and we're holding. NQ doesn't want to drop. We're still holding. We're still holding clear next to my entry. Not really liking this. Not liking this at all. Okay, starting to like it now. Okay, really starting to like it now because we sold and stayed below. I'm really liking this now. Price is towards the end. Okay, did this happen at the 10-minute mark? It did happen at the 10-minute mark. At the 10-minute mark before the market closes, right? This would have been scary. I was like, not really want to be in this trade, right? But things I need to understand. Things that I need to understand is what I'm saying. All right, so trying to get out by 55.80 area. We got 6 minutes. Can we finish and hit that buying down there? 4 minutes. All right, and that's about it. And Q hit it. I'm not gonna sit here and try to be bam out. Call it there. Call it a day. So nice 25-point drop, I think. 75. No. Oh, what is that? So entry near. So we at 5575.75. Let's go back. All right. This entry here would have been the best one. We got that. I'd like to see selling occur. Oh shoot! Did I think I already hit the thing? Happened so fast. Hey, there. Shoot! Damn, that thing happened so fast. All right, so let's say it's about 60. So minus 5606. Let's say that. Whoa, that's 30 points. Wow, that's a lot. So 30 points. What's the stop loss on that candle? So 5606 will be my entry. What's the stop loss of the candle with the long wick? It's gonna be that candle. Yeah, see sellers are stepping in. All right, yeah, that's what. See, sellers, strong selling is stepping in. Strong selling, strong selling, strong sellers are stepping in. That stop loss high is 5624. So 5606, 5606 minus 5624. So 18-point stop loss. Well, 30 minutes. I gotta start this thing. So it's an 18-point stop loss. Right, because that's where we are. So 18-point stop loss. That's a bit high. Maybe because I was a little off with my entry. Move forward. No, I thought I was off with my entry. Is it 5609? It's 5. Okay. 5624. 5620. 5624 minus 5609. So about a 15 point. Okay, that looks a little better. So yeah. So about a 15-point stop loss. Because looking at it, it looks like it's 2 to 1 at least. Um. So, but as we get to this one here, we do move a little bit closer. Right, the high of that one is 11. The low is 3. So 5611.5 minus 5603. Right, that would have been, that there. This would have been where I'd want to enter. Right, so 8.5 points. So let's just 5603 or 5. So that one there. And then we just write it down there to that. Let's go back to this here. Pause. Right, 57725. Right, so 5603. 5603 minus 57775. 5603 minus 577 minus 5577.25. Right, so now we have a 25 point, risking 8 divided by 8. So now we have a 3 to 1. That would have been a better trade because I do like that sell there, but boom. Right, if I didn't enter, I would have entered there. So I had a 16-point risk, which is a lot. And to make this 6 twice would have been good, but that showed strong signs of selling the first time. Strong signs of selling. Came back into it, sold again. So, all right. So that's basically that for the day. So I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back this morning. Adios.